Have you ever noticed how some people effortlessly capture everyone's attention the moment they walk into a room? It seems like they have a magnetic energy that draws others in without even trying. What if I told you that this isn't something they're born with? It's a skill anyone can develop, including you. In this video, we're diving into the secrets of how to naturally attract positive attention without resorting to tricks or manipulation. By combining ancient Stoic principles with key psychological insights, you'll learn how to make people want to be around you without chasing their approval. This isn't about being fake or trying too hard. It's about mastering your energy and presence in a way that draws people toward you. Most people think that attracting attention means doing more, being louder, or trying to stand out. But the real secret lies in doing less. Not less effort, but less in terms of giving yourself away too quickly. The less you try to be the center of attention, the more intriguing you become. And that's when the attention shifts toward you. This happens because of two key psychological principles: scarcity and mystery. First, let's talk about scarcity. People value what is rare. If you're always available and seeking approval, it diminishes your value. Think about the things you cherish most. They're often not easily accessible. The same applies to how people perceive you. When you make yourself less available, others start to crave your presence. Stoicism teaches us to detach from the need for external validation. When you become emotionally self-sufficient, you don't rely on others to affirm your worth. As a result, you become scarce, not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're no longer dependent on their approval. And ironically, when you no longer need their attention, that's when they start giving it to you. Next, let's talk about mystery. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. If you constantly reveal everything about yourself, there's no room for curiosity. But when you leave some things unsaid, people can't help but be intrigued. Stoicism teaches the power of silence, knowing when to speak and when to hold back. Master this, and you'll find people becoming more interested in you, wondering what you're thinking or feeling. Scarcity and mystery work because people want what they can't easily have. When you're always available or overly transparent, you remove the challenge. But when you hold back just enough, you ignite curiosity and pull people toward you. Another key element that ties all this together is emotional control. One of the most attractive qualities you can develop is emotional stability. In a world where people are quick to react, those who remain calm and composed stand out. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions, and when you do, you naturally draw others in. Emotional control exudes confidence and inner strength, qualities that are incredibly magnetic. So how do you put all this into practice? In this video, I'll walk you through specific steps to combine Stoic principles with psychological techniques so you can naturally attract attention, whether in relationships, at work, or in social situations. By the end of this video, you'll know how to shift from chasing attention to commanding it effortlessly. Imagine walking into any room with quiet confidence, knowing you have a presence that people can't ignore. If you're ready to stop being overlooked and start radiating energy that commands attention, then stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on these powerful strategies. Drop a comment below with the affirmation: I am a magnet for positive attention and respect. Feel those words, believe in your ability to attract the energy you deserve, and let's begin this transformation together. Number 1. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is one of the most powerful ways to naturally attract positive attention, especially in relationships or social settings. It means knowing your worth, staying true to your values, and not bending to fit someone else's expectations. When you stand your ground, you send a message of strength, confidence, and self-respect, qualities that draw people in effortlessly. But it's not just about being firm. It's about having a quiet, unshakable confidence that makes others respect you, even if they don't always agree. People are naturally drawn to those who hold firm in their beliefs without being aggressive. Why? Because it shows that you're not easily influenced by others. In a world where people often bend to fit in, someone who stands strong in their values is seen as a beacon of strength. Stoicism teaches that our worth isn't tied to external opinions, but comes from within. As Epictetus said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. When you stand your ground, you show you've learned your own value. It forces others to recognize your boundaries, and though they may not agree with you, they'll respect you for staying true to yourself. That respect often turns into admiration and attention. In relationships, standing your ground can feel challenging. You may feel the urge to give in for fear of losing someone's interest. But here's where psychology comes into play. When you hold firm, you actually activate a deeper response in others. They realize they can't easily influence or control you, and this intrigue draws them in. It forces them to work harder for your attention and respect. For example, in a romantic relationship, if you're always the one compromising, the other person may take you for granted. But when you stand firm and assert your boundaries, they begin to see you in a new light. They'll recognize they can't walk over you, and this creates respect and attraction without needing to say much. If standing your ground feels tough, remember it's like planting a tree. At first it might feel shaky, but over time, as your confidence grows, you become more rooted. People are drawn to that strength. Think of yourself as a lighthouse, standing strong on the shore. You don't need to chase the waves or control the storm. By standing firm, you guide others through, and they'll be drawn to your strength. To stand your ground better, first know your values and boundaries. Practice saying no when something doesn't align with what matters to you. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. Over time, people will respect your boundaries and see you as someone who means what they say. The key is to remain calm and composed. Standing your ground isn't about being hostile or confrontational. It's about quiet confidence. This balance between firmness and calm is what creates magnetic attraction. You don't need to prove your strength. Your energy will do that for you. So, don't be afraid to stand firm in who you are. You won't lose anything by staying true to yourself. You'll gain respect, admiration, and attention by showing that you know your worth. Stand strong and watch as others naturally start to see your value. Number 2. Keep your cards close to your chest. When we say this, we're talking about not revealing everything about yourself immediately. Hold back a little. Keep some mystery, and don't lay out all your cards for everyone to see. This concept is incredibly effective in attracting positive attention. Think about it. When you give too much too soon, whether in conversation, a relationship, or even how you carry yourself, you lose some of your allure. People are drawn to what they don't fully understand, and that curiosity pulls them in. The less they know, the more they want to know. Stoicism echoes this idea of restraint and control over what we reveal. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." You decide how much of yourself to show the world, and by keeping certain things private, you maintain control over how others perceive you. The mystery you create makes others want to know more. This is especially true in relationships. If you're always explaining every thought, constantly opening up, or sharing deep feelings right away, you remove the excitement. Relationships thrive on a bit of mystery, and people love to discover new things over time. When you reveal everything too quickly, you take away that discovery process. But when you hold back, you allow others to stay invested, wanting to know more about you. This doesn't mean being distant or secretive, but rather letting things unfold naturally. It's about balance. That balance keeps people intrigued. Now, I know some might find this hard. You may worry, if I don't open up, they won't understand me. Or, what if they lose interest because I'm holding back? But here's the truth. By not revealing everything right away, you make yourself more interesting. It can feel vulnerable to hold back because it feels like you're not fully seen. But you are seen, just not all at once. You allow others to see the parts that matter at the moment, while keeping some things for later. This keeps people invested, wanting to learn more. Think of yourself as a book. If someone reads the whole thing in one sitting, there's no more suspense, no reason to keep turning the pages. But if you reveal one chapter at a time, they're hooked, eager to see what comes next. This is how you attract attention. You don't need to overshare or over-explain. Let them read one chapter at a time. In relationships, this is key. The person who holds back a little, who's calm and thoughtful in what they share, is the one who keeps the attention. It's a form of self-control that's deeply attractive. Imagine dating someone and revealing everything all at once. It can be overwhelming. But if you allow them to discover things over time, it builds a connection that's rooted in curiosity. They'll be excited to uncover the next layer, creating deep, meaningful bonds without trying too hard. If you're used to putting everything out there, this might feel unnatural at first, but this is a skill that can be developed, and it pays off massively when it comes to attracting positive attention. You'll feel more in control of your interactions and relationships. You won't have to chase approval. Instead, people will be drawn to the parts they don't fully know yet. So I challenge you to embrace this step. Practice keeping your cards close and trust the process. You won't see results overnight, but each small shift brings you closer to being the person people are naturally drawn to. If you're ready, drop the affirmation, "I naturally attract positive attention and respect," in the comments. Show me you're committed to this journey. Together, we're going to unlock the secrets to becoming someone everyone wants to be around. Stay focused, keep your cards close, and get ready for the next steps. We're just beginning. Number 3, create a ripple effect. One of the most powerful ways to attract attention is by creating a ripple effect, and it starts from within. Your internal energy, mindset, and actions influence the people around you, like a stone creating ripples in a pond. By mastering your inner state and projecting the right energy, you become someone others are drawn to without trying to chase their attention. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control others, we can control our reactions. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you focus on maintaining a positive, calm mindset, you begin to project that energy outward, and others notice. In relationships, the ripple effect can transform the dynamic. When someone pulls away, your instinct may be to chase them, but that often pushes them further away. Instead, by cultivating inner calm and confidence, you shift the energy you project. You radiate self-assurance rather than desperation, and people are naturally drawn to those who are in control of their emotions. This change in energy creates the ripple effect, pulling them toward you. The ripple effect doesn't happen overnight, but with time, you'll see how your inner state affects those around you. Think of it like the sun. The sun doesn't chase the earth, it radiates light and warmth, and life is drawn to it. You don't need to chase approval, just focus on radiating calm, confident energy, and people will naturally feel its pull. So, how can you create this ripple effect? Practice mindfulness and self-awareness daily. When you feel stressed, take a step back, breathe, and remind yourself that you control how you respond. As you practice, your energy will become more consistent, and others will start to notice. They'll be drawn to your emotional stability and confidence. In the end, the ripple effect is about embracing your inner power and letting it naturally influence others. Your energy has the power to attract people without you ever needing to chase them. So, be the stone in the pond. Throw yourself in with calm and confidence and watch the ripples spread far beyond what you expect. If you're ready to take control of your life and relationships, this is just the beginning. Join our community by subscribing, and let's walk this powerful path together. You have the strength within you. Let us help you unlock it step by step. Hit that subscribe button. Your transformation starts now. Number 4. Let your energy do the talking. Letting your energy do the talking is about showing a quiet confidence that naturally attracts people without needing to seek approval. It's about radiating inner calm and self-assurance, so your presence speaks louder than words. Instead of trying to impress with actions or words, your energy does it for you. This idea aligns with Stoic teachings. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By staying calm and composed, you show that external situations don't shake you, and that's very attractive. In relationships, this approach is especially effective. When people feel ignored or unappreciated, they often try harder by sending more messages, seeking reassurance, or making grand gestures. But this can push others away because it comes from a place of neediness. When you let your energy speak, you focus on staying calm and emotionally independent. This shows that your worth isn't tied to their approval, and people are naturally drawn to those who are confident within themselves. This approach is especially useful when someone seems to be pulling away. Instead of reacting out of fear or anxiety, take a step back and focus on your own growth. When they notice you're not reacting or chasing, they'll wonder why. That's when they'll be drawn back to you, attracted by the stability you project. Of course, maintaining this calm energy can be challenging, especially when you're emotionally invested. It's normal to want to react or seek validation, but true power lies in controlling your emotions. Imagine your energy like a fire. If you feed it with panic, worry, or desperation, it'll burn out of control. But if you keep it steady, it will provide warmth without overwhelming you. Managing your energy this way makes you magnetic because people are drawn to those who are emotionally balanced. Think of a tree standing firm in a storm. The wind may whip through its branches, but the tree remains steady and strong. It doesn't need to react to the storm, it just stands firm. This is how you should approach your energy. In the face of chaos or emotional storms, stay rooted in your inner calm and let your energy do the talking. At the end of the day, letting your energy speak is not about trying to be noticed. It's about being so grounded in your own value that people can't help but notice. Focus on being that calm, steady presence that others are drawn to. When you stop seeking validation and trust in your inner strength, you'll find that people naturally gravitate toward you. Stay strong, stay centered, and let your energy speak for itself. Number 5. Be someone hard to forget. Being hard to forget means making a lasting impression that stays in someone's mind long after you're gone. It's not about being loud or dramatic, but about the quiet, authentic power of being confident and true to yourself. In both personal and professional relationships, it's often not the person who seeks attention that stands out, but the one who stays grounded and composed. This is the key to naturally attracting positive attention. When you stay true to your core values, people are drawn to your calm and steady presence, like a magnet. Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in mastering yourself, not in seeking approval from others. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This means you don't need to convince others of your worth. You just show it through your actions. You become unforgettable by not chasing attention. Your presence and actions speak for themselves. In relationships, for example, the person who doesn't constantly seek validation is often the one who makes the deepest impact. Think of someone who doesn't text obsessively or try to prove their worth, but instead focuses on living their own best life. That quiet confidence makes others wonder, what are they up to? Or, why aren't they seeking my attention? It's human nature to be intrigued by what we can't fully understand or control. By making your life and energy something valuable, you naturally create curiosity and respect. For some, this might feel difficult, especially if you're used to being emotionally available or wanting to be noticed. But it's not about playing games or becoming cold. It's about focusing on yourself and building a life that is full and meaningful on your own terms. When you do this, people will naturally gravitate toward you. Whenever you feel the urge to seek approval or attention, remind yourself of the bigger picture. Each time you resist chasing external validation, you grow stronger within yourself, and this is what makes you hard to forget. Picture a candle in a dark room. You don't need to shout for people to notice it. Its light naturally draws attention. The steadier and calmer the light, the more comforted people are by its presence. Similarly, in life, when you carry yourself with quiet confidence, people will remember you long after you've left the room. You don't need to be the loudest or most attention-seeking person, just someone who is at peace with themselves. That's what makes you stand out in a way others can't ignore. The next time you feel the need to prove yourself, remember that the most unforgettable people are the ones who don't have to try so hard. You become memorable by being solid and showing that you don't need constant reassurance. It's about being that rare individual who isn't swayed by opinions or pressure, and who knows their worth isn't defined by someone else's approval. This emotional independence is not only attractive, but also deeply respected. If you're unsure of how to practice this, start small. Don't react immediately when someone pulls away or when you feel the urge to explain yourself. Allow space, and in that space, let your strength grow. It's in these moments of restraint that you build the kind of energy others remember. Being unforgettable isn't about making grand gestures. It's about showing quiet strength in the everyday things you do. So, take this as a challenge. Be the person who doesn't need to be loud to be noticed. Focus on becoming so secure in yourself that others can't help but notice. In every interaction, leave behind a sense of calm, strength, and authenticity. This way, you not only attract attention, but the right kind of attention. You become the person others think about long after you're gone. The most powerful person in any room is often the one who doesn't need to prove it. Number 6. Keep them wanting more. Keeping people wanting more is a subtle but powerful way to attract attention naturally. It's not about ignoring or mistreating others, but rather creating intrigue by not revealing everything at once. When you hold back a little, whether in conversation, emotions, or availability, you keep people curious and wanting more. This is about mastering the art of mystery, a concept found in both Dark Psychology and Stoicism. By leaving things unsaid or unfinished, you spark curiosity, and curiosity draws attention. Stoicism teaches us to control our impulses and emotions, to avoid reacting or giving everything immediately. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This fits perfectly with the idea of keeping people hanging. It's about being thoughtful in your responses and not oversharing. This restraint not only keeps people interested, but also builds your emotional strength. When you resist the urge to overshare or react quickly, you project an inner calm that naturally draws people in. In relationships, this approach can be incredibly effective. Imagine you're just starting to date someone, and your instinct is to show your interest by texting a lot or sharing your feelings fully. But if you give everything up front, there's nothing left for the other person to discover. By holding back a little, they'll start to wonder about you. They'll think about your next move, how you feel, and why you're not oversharing like others might. This mystery builds attraction because people are drawn to what they don't fully understand. Instead of revealing everything, leave small gaps. Give them something to think about after the conversation ends. If holding back feels difficult, that's normal. It's human nature to want to connect by sharing more, especially when you care about someone. But learning to keep them wanting more takes practice. Start by waiting before answering every question right away, or revealing too much about yourself too soon. With time, this will become easier, and you'll see how much more attention you attract just by letting curiosity work in your favor. A great metaphor for this is a book with missing pages. When reading and you come across a gap in the story, you can't help but wonder what happens next. You're drawn in because your mind wants to fill in the missing pieces. People work the same way. When they don't have the full picture, they become more invested in figuring it out. By not revealing everything up front, you become that book with missing pages, and people will be eager to learn more about you. Keeping them wanting more isn't about playing games. It's about mastering self-restraint and valuing yourself enough not to give everything away too easily. When you keep some mystery, you remain interesting, and others will stay intrigued. The more you practice this, the more naturally you'll attract attention. People will want to be around you because they'll want to understand what's beneath the surface. In the end, remember, it's not about withholding everything, but knowing when to pause. By keeping people wanting more, you let curiosity work in your favor, and that's one of the most powerful tools of attraction. So embrace the mystery, trust in your self-worth, and watch people be drawn to you effortlessly. Stay composed, stay patient, and let curiosity and intrigue do the rest. Number 7, stay calm under pressure. Staying calm under pressure is a powerful way to naturally attract positive attention. It's about keeping your composure and remaining steady, even in difficult or stressful situations. When you stay grounded, you show that you can. Tough times, they naturally admire and respect you. The key to staying calm under pressure is mastering your emotions, even when it's difficult. It's easy to react impulsively when someone disappoints or frustrates you, but real power comes from being able to pause, take a breath, and respond calmly. For example, imagine you're in an argument with your partner. If you stay calm while they escalate, your composure alone can change the tone of the situation. It shows that you're in control of yourself, and it often makes the other person reflect on their own reactions. Think of yourself as a mountain during a storm. The wind and rain might batter you, but you stand strong and unshaken. This image captures the essence of stoic resilience. No matter how intense the pressure, you stay steady, which naturally draws people to you. Staying calm under pressure isn't always easy, but it's worth the effort. When you can keep your cool in any situation, people will see you as strong, reliable, and someone worth following. Stay focused, stay calm, and watch how your ability to remain composed sets you apart from others. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of self-awareness and growth at the Wisdom Hub. Don't forget to watch our next video, appearing right on your screen, to continue enriching your life with Stoic wisdom. Thank you for being part of our community. Until next time, stay wise and stay serene.